All right, what I'm gonna do is play guitar, just play guitar, and I'm gonna adjust the frequency of the guitar. You tell me when you like it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an unbelievable night tonight. In the studio, it's taken a long time, is Josh Harris, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Harris.
What's up, y'all?
You have seen this gentleman's name all over the studio. Why? Number one, he has his own project, Born a Human. Number two, he's guitar player for Natural Creation. Number three, he is the head of marketing for the Witch's Den Studio. He also, on September 5th, 2021, branded and labeled the studio as a registered trademark. If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be no Witch's Den Studio. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Josh Harris. Stiffy! Josh, welcome to the studio.
It's great to be here.
It's an honor that you're here, but the kicker is you're always here.
Yeah.
But it's the first time that we can finally have an interview and share with the public your knowledge, and whatever other body parts you would like to give up for him. But we need now to go into Josh. Tell us the story, the history. What brought you into music? Number one.
Okay. So I guess it was when I was a really little kid, probably around 6, maybe 7 years old. I saw a VHS tape of my grandfather playing his acoustic guitar, and it really intrigued me. I watched it a bunch, and at some point a few years later, my cousin, Dennis, he gave me I'm pretty sure it was a Les Paul style guitar, and it had a big Jegs sticker on it, and it was awesome, and I was so bad at it.
Did you say Jegs?
Yeah.
Shout out!
But I was really awful at it, and so I kind of tossed it away, and I don't know whatever happened to that guitar, but then I didn't play guitar for a long time until I went to college. And once I went to college, I really got into playing the bass, and I played the bass for a couple years. And then eventually I discovered guitar, and I've rediscovered it, rather, and I've been playing it ever since. How many years would that be now? At least 15, 16 years now. Just been playing guitar and loving it. That's pretty much my history with that. As far as like musical taste goes, I mean, I've always loved music. Growing up, just all different genres. But I started predominantly in metal, and then sort of worked my way into industrial and other different types, and now I've kind of settled on more of a softer acoustic style.
Yeah. You've played with several different bands.
Yeah.
Give us the history of that.
Okay. So the first band that I was ever in.
Actually, I am going to move this just
That's
a little
fine.
closer to your mouth.
Oh.
Not that I'm kinky or anything. Oh, hell no. Oh, don't fuck with the brass elephant, baby.
So the first ever band that I was in was actually when I was in high school during sort of my hiatus time of playing guitar. It was a band called Ladicious, which is suicidal backwards. It was a very edgy emo band. and that was the front man of that band was named Clinton Dowland. He's a brilliant guitarist, and he's very good. And I played in that band for a while. He even gave me a Flying V guitar, which was awesome, which I gave back to him.
I was gonna ask what the hell happened to it.
I gave him back the guitar because eventually I moved away, and at the time, since I was in high school, like I hadn't yet gotten my license, and I couldn't get out to do anything, so I gave that back to him. But after that, I was in a band called Alive After Sunrise, which was sort of like a grindcore death metal band out of Elkton. And
Elkton, Maryland?
Yeah, and you can
shout out!
Yeah, you can actually find them on YouTube. There's a song called Heartless I Become that I wrote the hook for, and it's a very interesting sounding song. But after that, I joined a project in Aberdeen called Scry, which lasted for a while. But ultimately that ended up dissolving once I joined Chitin in 2014. And with that band, we played a lot of shows. We played at the EXO Lounge in Philly. We played at Fishhead Canteen a couple of times, like once as a headliner and once as like an opening act. I believe we played at the Asylum 13 in, is it Newcastle, Delaware, if I remember correctly. But yeah, probably the best show that we played was the show that we played on Halloween at Fishhead Cantina. That was probably my favorite one. But the very first one I played with them was the one on November 14th at Fishhead Cantina, which I believe we have some footage of.
Yes, and actually, we're going to bring up right now, so get ready, the live performance at Fishhead Cantina, November 14th, 2014. We're going to give you a little clip right now. It's fucking awesome. Here we go. Isn't that the shit? That was so cool that night. I got to be part of engineering, baby. Had to run the fucking Radio Shack. God love Radio Shack, which has been put to rest now.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. It was a great show. They packed so many motherfucking bands on this stage.
Yeah.
It was like Texas toast all lined up. When you got done, you fall off the stage. Next one up, you fall off the stage. Next motherfucker up, you fall off the stage. But let me ask you this. What was the most horrific experience? When I say horrific, I don't mean like horrible. But the worst thing that could happen while you're performing live in front of an audience on stage.
Okay, so as far as the most gut-wrenching experience that I had while I was on stage, I'm not sure if many people even noticed, but I certainly, I puckered pretty hard. We were playing at Asylum 13, and right before a solo on it was our last song, and the solo was coming, and I jumped. And as I jumped, when I came down, I landed on my amp cable, and it knocked the jack out of my guitar. And so my only solution to that was to continue pantomiming. And the sound guy, I'm looking across the room at the sound guy, and he's looking at me, and he's like putting his hands up, and he's like basically telling me that all my levels had dropped, and I can't stop, because the one rule that we had in Chitin was no matter what happens, you don't stop. The show goes until it's done. So I kept going, and he eventually came up. But by that time, the song was basically over, and he looks, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And I look down at him, and I'm like, hey, dumbass. And I point to my amp jack, which is hanging out of my guitar. And he's like, holy shit, you're a professional, man. And then he like got up and walked away. And after that, Hansel and Gretel went on, and it was awesome. But yeah, when that happened, it was mortifying for me. I don't think anybody noticed though.
So you actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
The crowd never knew because they were probably fucking stoned.
Yeah.
Well,
That venue was pretty hopping.
that's actually fucked up, pretty scary story because
Yeah.
I would shit my pants if I lost my fucking direct connection to my amp.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. With equipment, now you just said you've played bass and you've definitely played guitar.
Yeah.
Manufacturing wise, what is the most your go-to, or who actually makes something that's comfortable for you?
As far as guitars go, I would say that for acoustic, Ovation is probably my favorite. Just the bright sound that comes out of it is it's just beautiful, and it's unlike anything else that I've played. There's so much resonance to it.
It's like ovulation,
Yeah, it's
which women love.
yeah, but it's Ovation, and their whole line is good. Every Ovation, I've had 2 Ovations, and I've had a chance to test out several of them. And the one, regrettably, I lost in a car accident. But the one that I have now is amazing. Like, it just playability wise, like the action is higher than a standard guitar, but it's not so high that it's unbearable to play. It's just like that right amount where you really like feel your fingers grip it, you know? And yeah, it's just a joy to play. And Ovation, I think, will be the acoustic guitars that I play probably for the rest of my life, unless I ever find something better. You know?
So, like, when you're done with a female, have you had standing ovation?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be more to this story at the end of this video because you really don't know the whole story yet. But it's all good. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
So, which means now it's time for studio product endorsement. You fuckers better hold on for this one. It took me a while to work this up. Oh, yeah. And you know, guys, all know how it goes.
I wish I knew what was in that bag.
Gentlemen, it's another one of those Saturday night club nights. Whether you're straight or gay, you're going out to the club that night to dance. And you always, for those poor guys, not poor, but just, you could say God denied you, minuscules, maybe a little bit like that, okay? You always try to compensate. Compensate. Junior high, you're going to your sweetheart dance. Do you want to attract the women? What the fuck do you turn around and shove in your Jordashes? Motherfucking sock. That is wrong, guys. No more socks. Okay? No more of this bullshit. Socks are over with. Then, for you gentlemen that were older, okay, in your 20 to 25 years of age, going out to the club, you want to turn around and shove a motherfucking potato in your crotch, okay? The ladies all thought you shit yourself. This didn't work, gentlemen. That's why. No more tater, okay? Taters are for tots. So knock the shit off. That's why Dixon Jeans Incorporated created, just for you, cock and balls, baby. That's right. Cock and balls. You take this, shove it down. Don't you make me laugh. Shove it down your Jordashes, hang it upside down like this, and the women will love you to death. And the thing is, if you call the number on the screen right now in the next 15 minutes, Dix will send you a set of blue balls to make that partner really feel sad for you. These blue balls are interchangeable with your cock and balls. Ladies and gentlemen, again, call the number on your screen now. You will love this. And that concludes our studio product endorsement. Now, it's time for. Are you okay?
Yeah. I was not expecting that.
It's time for the one question, and actually, I'm sorry, but Josh here is getting a two-part question because there was an email that came in about Mr. Harris after his performance in the Haunted Circus. A female, certain female, with the initials HLFH sent an email in. And so the first part of your question is, number one, can you expose the hair?
Okay.
Okay. Because the question was,
It's floofy.
baby, it's sexy. Yeah, baby. Okay. The question was, Jesus.
Weren't expecting that already. It's okay.
The question was, do the curtains match the carpet? Or is it just a hardwood floor?
I think the answer to your question, based on the initials that you presented me with, leads me to believe that she already knows the answer to that question.
Yeah, but I think she wants the public to know. Apparently she's one of those proud women, you know what I mean? Hey, baby, if it got it, you got it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it matches. I'm like a Sasquatch down there. I'm not even going to lie. Like,
It just walks around going,
Yep.
Yeah. All right, second part of our question.
Oh, fuck, there's more.
Yes, well, we had to do the email in. Come on. Got to be righteous on that. Second part two of the question.
Yeah. What you got?
If vagina was a candy, would you only eat a quarter of the bag, half the bag, or the whole motherfucking bag?
Well, you know what? I'd eat the whole bag. Come back for seconds.
Well, goddamn. Just figure that.
That actually makes a very healthy marriage, just so you know.
Yes, and also your face like a glazed donut.
You gotta be hungry for candy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Candy.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, number one, the studio loves you, and the studio loves you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please stay with us. There's more to come. But also, we're going to close this interview. Josh Harris actually finished recording today his first part of his CD. He'll be back again in a couple weeks to finish the completion of recording. But we're going to leave you with one of the video segments of that today, which is awesome. But if you're a first-time watch, the other kicker is Josh Harris is my son-in-law. Love you, man.
Love you too. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this music that's coming.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're gonna love it.
love y'all. Have a good night. Get ready.
This song is called The Great Attractor.
Wash away what used to be of mine. Anger, negativity,